So my son's first, when I say, how was it? He goes, awesome, I can't wait to go back tomorrow. So he told me the other day that he said, it's kind of like school, except it's really fun because we're doing theater all day, which is different from a lot of the theater workshops and camps that they've done, so.
Why does Shakespeare work for kids? Shakespeare works for everybody. If it's funny, it's funny. And if it's romantic and touching, it's touching. And Shakespeare gives actors and audiences a chance to be touched. Kids get it.
I think what adults do is they hear the word Shakespeare and think, oh, I'm never going to understand this because I'm not meant to. But that's completely untrue. These kids understand it because we didn't tell them it was hard.
It's such a nice break from Disney. My kids have done a ton of plays and it's all Disney, and to have them be learning about Shakespeare and having fun doing that has been a total game changer for my son.
I think what we've tried to instill in the kids is that these are still stories that are relevant, teaching kids from a young age that these are stories that they already know, just connecting things back to films that they have seen. It's material that's accessible, plot lines that they know, and character tropes that they're familiar with, that really are within their wheelhouse, that they are ready to tackle, despite what may seem like a language barrier. It's right there, ready for them. One of our goals was to provide an opportunity for Mount Union undergrads and recent graduates to have an opportunity to work in arts education for the first time. And what they've been able to pull out of kids has been incredible. Working with Shakespeare at the Castle and all the professional company that we bring in allows the students an opportunity to learn from people with all different walks of life. The diverse team of educators that Shakespeare at the Castle provides makes it the greatest partnership.
I've seen the kids already in 1 week grow. I can think of the first day of camp, kids that were more nervous, more shy, and by the end of the week, at lunch, no one is sitting alone, everyone is talking to someone else. And some of these kids that, once again, were very shy in the first day of camp are now some of the ones that are the most expressive, and they aren't even the slightest afraid of being on stage. And that's probably the most incredible part to me, that none of them seem shy.
Now that the week is over, we just see like all of these kids that are now friends, and they're all encouraging each other and being really good audiences when they watch the other scenes that they're not in. It's just been really great to see them grow together.
I love to see them just light up whenever they find themselves having fun during rehearsal. Every time that we run through the whole scene that we do, I ask them, do you guys want to take a break and then go back to it, or do you guys want to just do it again? And they love to do it over and over again with no breaks, because it's just what they love to do.
I think there has been specific growth in some students seeing just their ability to use their voice more clearly, to use their voice at all to communicate. Friendships have emerged from kids who were more wallflowers at the beginning of the week. They've emerged as leaders now at the end of camp. There's been a lot of social, emotional growth, more so than there has been theater, because they came in as talented artists with skills ready to use.
It is important for kids to experience theater, even if they're not going to do this as a profession, because there's nothing the theater can't teach you that isn't perfectly applicable to any other skill. Time management and problem solving and small group communication and flexibility. Those are all great qualities to have regardless of what you choose for your career. And theater teaches all those skills.
This is just the cheapest thing my kid did all summer. Camps, workshops and things like that are super expensive, and this was incredibly inexpensive. They got lunch, it was all day. It was major instruction in theater, not just going and trying to act and then being directed, right? They're actually learning a lot of the skills of theater that they don't get typically at this age. So I think the fact that the grant funded it so well and you have this great diversity of kids, it makes it affordable for all kinds of family income levels to be able to do that. So I just think it's been great. My son's had a great time.
I think theater education is important, and because arts education is suffering across the board nationally, at a state level, there's fewer and fewer accredited programs. so that we need to be providing something, and to be able to provide something not just led by anybody, but led by true professionals with an education in theater who are ready to lead, who enjoy teaching and working with the youth, is a great opportunity for us as adults. But knowing that there is a need in the community, their needs are not being met for arts education in the classroom as readily as they should be. So the more accessible we can make things like Shakespeare that seem so out of reach, the better our world will be.
In the great Tennessee Williams play Streetcar Named Desire, Blanche Dubois says, "I've always been dependent on the kindness of strangers. But Shakespeare at the Castle has always been dependent on the kindness of friends. People who understand what we're trying to do here, give back to the community, make it good for the good people of Alliance. Those people have supported us year after year after year. We couldn't do this work without them. The cost would just be outrageous. But through their donations and their support, we're able to give back to the community and to the kids of our community in a very substantial way. And that's why Shakespeare Adventures is a no-brainer."
Thank you so much for giving the kids an opportunity to express themselves through art and do what they enjoy to do with professionals in the field.